She's undisputed. She's Africana. And she's a queen. So you better subscribe. Her name is Mo. Afro Mama. She's on fire. So get to subscribing. The button's right there. Right there. Please subscribe. Yeah.
Am I allowed to say this? Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. It is your favorite girl, Mother from Mama, the undisputed African queen. I want to appreciate everybody. If you are here for the first time and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you gotta have to subscribe, you guys. You gotta have to subscribe. Follow me on IG, follow me on Twitter, and on TikTok as Maud from Mama. We're talking about all things the Ultimatum South Africa. All right. I did the introduction of the cast. And now we're just gonna go do a quick one. Talk about the rest of the show. All right. Like I said, well, if you have not watched the cast, I did a video about that. You can check it out. And so now we talk about the first night they go in and they choose their partners. All right, they choose their partners. They're gonna go into this trial marriage together. Okay, let me show you. Let me share the screen here. Okay, let me share the screen here. This was at the reunion. That's a reunion that we're gonna talk about. Okay, hold on a second. Let's close that. All right. So we go into the they choose their partners. All right. We have Ruth. Ruth is a one who is very dramatic. This is Ruth, and this is Label. That is Ruth, and that is Label. Ruth chooses Nola, who is Label's boyfriend. All right. She chooses Nola, and Label chooses the white guy, Alvin, the gentleman. Oh, such a gentleman. Okay, we're gonna show you who he is. He must be here. He doesn't talk much. Him. Ruth chooses him. Okay. And then we have Patrick. Isaac. Isaac, who was Ruth's partner for about what, 2 years. So Patrick chooses Kanya. Okay, Kanya is a mean one. Kanya is the one who is very mean, and I was very disappointed at the reunion because nobody questioned her. Nobody held her accountable. She just said, "Oh, I apologize," but she was very mean to this girl. She was very mean to her. And then this is her, Caesar, and Kateko. What's this name? Shit. Yeah, Kateko. Caesar and Kateko, they are pairing up. Lindile pairs with Darby. Okay. Genesis pairs with Courtney. All right. Genesis pairs with Courtney. And who else? Did we forget anybody else? I don't think we forgot anybody. So there you have it. So the pairing happens. Courtney pairs with Genesis. Ruth pairs with Nola. Isaac with Kanya. Lindile with Tabi. And we have Isaac with Kanya. Yes. Who else? Nola with Ruth. Kateko with Caesar. Kateko with Caesar, right? And of course, Lebo with Alvin. Is that his name? What's his name? Let me get his name right. Alden. Yes, Alden. All right. And so the marriage trial begins. And some couples become physical, which affects the whole thing. All right. So we have Nola. Remember, Nola who paired with Ruth. He's very touchy. Ruth says, you're very touchy, but Ruth does not mind. Ruth is so honest, and this is gonna get her into trouble. All right. So anywho, so they're in their trial marriage. Ruth and Nola becomes intimate. Yes, they do the do. All right. And she's like, you know what? I've been feeling very guilty about the whole thing. I'm gonna have to go and be talk to her, talk to Lebo about it. All right. She is like, I have to go and talk to Lebo about it. Okay. This is a look. This is when Ruth is talking to Lebo. All right. Okay. This is Ruth expressing how the feelings are are very you can clearly this is when um she's very expressive. Her face is everything. This is when Nola that she pairs with is telling her all the good things that she wants to hear. Look at that. This is the most. Look at that one. Ruth is very, very expressive, right? Look at that. I mean, the girl can make faces, you guys. The girl can make faces. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, you guys. Well, that does not go well. After she shares the news with her, she said, listen, not once, not twice, not thrice. Not once, not twice, not thrice. Like they've had intimacy or they've had sex with Noah for many, many nights. All right. And clearly at the reunion, you can clearly see, everybody being shown that. I mean, I don't understand what Noah was thinking. Was Noah thinking that, and it's never going to come out because he was very upset when Ruth when there was a girls' night and they meet, and that is the time that Ruth decides to tell Lebo, exactly what happened. She's like, you know what, I am not gonna talk about, you know, to everybody about it. I would like, and I respect that. She's like, I would like to talk to Lebo alone. After this night out, the girls' night out was crazy, and the guys' night out because that's when that's when now drama really started because after she told Lebo about it, Lebo then went ahead to confront her man, Nola. And Nola denied, no, I didn't, no, until he was like, okay, now I'm going to call Isaac. I'm going to call Isaac and have to tell Isaac about it. Okay, so Isaac comes because they all live together like in one complex. Okay, so Isaac is coming and Isaac is heated and he wants now to get physical with Noah. So when all this is happening, Ruth gets upset. She's like, I'm throwing out all his shit. I'm taking out all his stuff out. I'm taking it out. She removed all the clothes that belonged to Noah. And then Nola, Ruth is following Nola. I'll show you. This is hold on 1 second. Let's show people. Share. Yeah. The heck, we can show this. Okay. So this is when Ruth is okay. This is Lebo. Okay, that's Lebo and Alden. All right. This is Ruth. Nola and I have had sex not once, not twice, not thrice. Okay. And she's like, that's it for me. I don't want to talk. Okay, this is a reunion. That's a reunion. She looked beautiful. She looked beautiful. Anyway, okay, this is what I was talking about. This is her after she received that, and that's Isaac. Okay, this is her after she received the information. She's following the man. She's following the man with her beer in the hand. She's like, oh my gosh. Therefore, was like, you know what? Let's go. Let's go look for him. Let's go look for him. Huh? Her and Isaac following each other. And where they go, they find him. And then he decides to leave. And Lebo says, you know what? I am leaving too. Before this happened, Lebo and Alden, they went sneaking around looking at, who is doing what. And she found Nola holding hands. They were holding hands with Ruth, girlfriend. When you see those things, when you start seeing those little signs, she should not have been surprised the way she was like surprised. You know what I mean? Okay, the guy is. I don't know, you guys. So anyway, at the reunion, he's confronted and he's like, I wanted us to. I did not want Ruth. I mean, I did not want Isaac to receive this information like the way it did. I wanted us after we finish our marriage, the 3 weeks trial marriage, I was gonna be the one to talk to Lebo about it, and and then I wanted Ruth to talk to Isaac about it. Now, no. I mean, Ruth was like, you know what, this is too much guilt. I need to talk to Lebo. Lebo needs to know this, right? So, anywho, so Lebo and Nola leaves the show. Okay, they leave the show. They don't get stay until the end. Now Isaac and Ruth decides, you know what? Decides to stick it out, stick it. No, actually, Isaac went home that night. Isaac, this is Isaac. This is that's Isaac. It's like this. This is too much. This is too much. So anyway, he leaves. He leaves that night and then comes back next day. Okay, comes back next day and says, you know what? I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it. I decided to um, give it another chance. And this is Ruth. When he comes back, Ruth is like, if you're here not really to try, get your why, what are you doing here? Why are you here? This is when Isaac shows her the ring. Like, I really wanted us to try. I really wanted us to, I was coming just to make sure that, I wanted to give it all, Ruth. I wanted to give it all. But then when that guy pulled that ring, I was like, yeah, this is not happening. The ring was a flex. He never meant to propose from the start. You're all glorifying Ruth for what exactly? Being an easy girl and getting played? I will say it again. I don't feel sorry for Isaac. He never really liked Ruth in the first place. He turned down the lovely label and went for a baddie with an empty pocket. This is true. Him and Kanye deserve each other. Jeez. Ah, the real villain is the girl Kisana. She played on Label's head in the name of the truth and transparency. She should have kept it under wraps like the rest of the couples. I don't know. I don't think she should have. I don't think she should have. I think she was just being honest, really. Anyway, so they don't get to the end. Okay, Isaac and Ruth. Isaac and Ruth continue with the journey. All right, up until the show ends. Lindy and Caesar gets to the end. Okay, proposes to Caesar, and Caesar accepts the proposal. Caesar is a girl who had said, this is Caesar. She's the one who said, she doesn't want to be, she doesn't want to be a wife. She doesn't want to be a mother and all that. But that seemed to change. This is Kanya. Kanya, very mean, a very mean, very, very, very mean. And I don't like the way she was not held accountable at the reunion. No, she's not outspoken. She was just mean. She kept calling her this girl fat, get out. Like she was spitting, like when she was talking, because she was so close to her personal space. Like whatever her saliva was just going on. Caesar's beautiful girl. She never even reiterated. She never did anything. She was just okay. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I did not like that. I also did not like Kateko that night when she took her to confront her, okay, and then left her there. That was like, come on now, you know your girl, you know how she can get. Why would you leave her by herself? Okay. Anywho, she leaves and then she comes back, and that was a dramatic night because that was the same night that Nola left. All right. And then, of course, I like her. Yeah. Her and her boyfriend Genesis gets to the end. He proposes and he gives her a letter to take to her parents, because remember, before you marry a girl back home, you really have to go get permission from her parents and pay some, don't worry, pay some costs. And then at the reunion, can we talk about the no? Okay, before we talk about the reunion, before you get to that, who else have we not talked about? We talked about how she was not held accountable, only to come back and tells us she got pregnant, and now she has a 3 months old baby boy. At the reunion, that was a bombshell. If there was any toxic relationship that needed more healing, that needed more therapy and all that, it was between her and her man Kateko. All right, we have to remember Kateko's mom really, really disliked her. So he kept saying, that woman will never change. She's not right for my son. At the reunion, Kateko says that she has been going through therapy and she has apologized. Um, and that the mom now has no problem. I don't know. I did not buy any of that. I did not buy any of that at all. So anywho, so where are we at? We are at the reunion, yes. So remember, Isaac did not propose to Ruth, and that was okay. I think it was expected. Ruth says she is now seeing somebody. Isaac is also seeing somebody. Lebo pulled a move that I liked. Lebo was there, and she said, Lebo now have become good friends with Isaac. All right, and Lebo says, after they left the show, uh, he, Nola, convinced her to give her a second chance. Okay. And she did. All right. And she did. Hold on. Let's see if you can see it. No, this is when she's talking about the marriage. Or, if there's any wedding plans. And she's like, a man is the one who makes this in Kateko, you guys. A man is the one who makes plans. See, guys, where I come from, a woman is not supposed to be planning for a wedding. Man plans for the wedding. Man pays for that wedding. And then when I came here, I'm like, oh my God, the girls are the ones who are paying for the wedding. I'm like, I haven't done. I don't think I'm going to be paying for her wedding. You want her? You can pay, respect, money, and pay for the wedding. It's very different in America because the ladies are the ones who plan for the wedding, pay for the wedding. It's a lot. It's a lot. What else happened? What else happened? Let's see. At the reunion. Okay, anyway, at the reunion, that's when Isaac. This is Isaac. Isaac. When Lebo was asked about where things are right now with Nola, Lebo says he convinced me to give him another chance, which I did, and then Nola says, yes, I went abroad. I want to know where he went. And he said that he came back. He came back because he wanted to work things out with Lebo. See, like, And so anyway, when they're having this conversation, he said, like, we're happy. No, you're not happy, Isaac says. Isaac says, you're not happy because every time Lebo talks to me, she's not happy. You always keep coming up and she's not happy. And that's that point that Lebo looks back at the man, Nola. Switches. And she looks at him and she says, yes, I am not happy. I'm not happy because you'll never change. You'll never change. And that's why I have decided now going forward, this has to come to an end. Isaac and Alden, they were clapping, you guys. Like, good job, Lebo. Good job. Anyway, so then he moves, Nola gets out, and he goes out there, with his fake ass tears, kind of acting like he wants to cry. He goes back there. He's followed by Genesis, and the camera now shifts to them having this conversation. And Genesis is telling Noah, "Yo, listen, age is not on your side. Age is not on your side, brother. You're gonna have to man up, get some help. Look back and see, the pain that you've caused through on Lebo, and be better. Just want better." Then he comes back. And Lebo is not done. Lebo said, this cry that he's doing right now, that's the same thing he did during the show. He kept crying, and he goes back to doing the same thing all over again. I was like, okay. And I hope, because the reunion was done 6 months after the show aired. Anywho, so they break up at the reunion. Okay, so the only person now who's so she is engaged. She's engaged. He's supposed to be visiting the in-laws, and ask for permission. These two, they are still not, married or engaged. She knows her man is okay. Look at what was the reunion was boring. Salamina failed as big time. She made it as if it's okay to be rude and toxic. And I say Kenya is outspoken. That is true. Kenya came up with Plan B that will forever be a thorn on Kateko's mom. not free Nkateko. Ah. Nkateko is under some kind of spell because I fail to understand how a grown man can go on with such a woman. His poor mom said was depressed. Still, he went on. I don't even think intensive therapy can work on that. Kanya baby trap that guy. He's miserable for real. The way he kept defending her, treated like after being treated like a doorman. That is true. Nola. Nobody absolutely nobody. Absolutely no one is ready to settle down. The face powder on the gent's face. I don't know what you're talking about all now. I think Alden and Courtney, if yeah, Courtney. Yeah, I think those two are, ready. I mean, they're still taking their time, so that they can have their finances together, um, and all that. This is Noah. This is him. This is him lying to everybody. This is look at Nola. I'm telling you, look at that, lying to everybody. Did you kiss that girl? It's like no, not the deeper. Look, she has soft lips. This man. Mm. I keep realizing that this was the worst bunch of men except for Aiden. Like they all had so much fault. I think I think I'm the only one that thinks Nola did nothing wrong. I mean, he was married for 3 weeks to Ruth, or don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Anywho, so Ruth is seeing somebody else. Okay, she's dating. All right. Patrick is dating too. Okay, seeing somebody else. All right. Genesis and stop sharing. Let's go back. Genesis and Tabi, they put hold their engagement because there are things that they needed to work on. She says, and he has to go to her parents and ask for permission and pay dowry. That hasn't happened yet, so they put the engagement on hold. But on their social media, clearly they're still together. All right. And who else? Isaac, of course, dating somebody else. Ruth is dating somebody else. Lebo broke up with Nola. Courtney and Aiden are still together. No wedding date yet. Did we forget anybody? Because we talked about Patrick, Isaac. We talked about. Why do I keep calling him Patrick? It's Isaac. Jeez. Let's see. Yeah, I think we actually covered everybody, if I can see. Courtney, Ruth, Caesar. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I think we covered everybody. I think we covered everybody. Oh, then Isaac is asked, do you think things would have been different if you had taken label? And of course, it says yes. During their trial marriage. I think there's some questions that I would have wanted to be asked. I would have wanted, like, because I know, when Isaac made that comment about, I've had a good time with all the ladies apart from my ex Ruth. Then Ruth decided to go on the trial marriage with Noah, and she would have chosen Lindile to go there on their trial marriage together. Some of these questions, there are some questions that I wanted to be asked at the reunion and they were not asked. But maybe when we get a chance to talk to these cast members, then we can get to ask those questions. It's been very difficult for me to get in touch with. I mean, I've gotten in touch with them. We have arranged for interviews, but the time difference is just a killer, you guys, a killer. But anywho, we'll keep trying. At the end of the reunion, both Ruth and Isaac had very good things to say about each other, which I liked. And that was it. That was the end of the Ultimatum South Africa, you guys. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it? I loved all the faces. Like, this is what was just keeping cracking laughing. She cannot. I mean, the girl with her facial expression, you guys. I tell you, this was my favorite. That was my favorite. That's my favorite. I hope she gets help because she really needs help. I think there were issues. Anywho, she said that she apologized, um, especially to her. She was calling her fat and all that. The way she treated this girl is like, no, it wasn't like, and nobody really came to her defense. Nobody really came to her defense. So anywho, that was that, you guys. Let me know if you enjoyed the show. Okay, I am your girl, mother from mama, the undisputed Africa queen. Thanks for watching. Bye everybody. Enjoy your Sunday.